The director of Lights Out,
Woman in this house.
the writers of The Conjuring Last Rites, doing a new Amityville film. Sign me up. Hi, my name's Tez. This is the Ministry of Horror. If you like what I do on the channel, give it a like, follow, and subscribe. Okay, so Deadline have recently announced the news that David F. Sandberg, director of Lights Out, and Until Dawn, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard very mixed to bad things about. He also did Annabelle Creation, which is the best of the spin-offs, in my opinion, from the Conjuring universe. He has been tapped up to direct for Amazon MGM Studios a new adaptation of the Amityville horror, with the writers of The Conjuring Last Rites on board. And also, I believe they wrote The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which is very good. So I'm actually going to see The Conjuring Last Rites tonight. Fingers crossed it lives up to the hype. And it's also now, other news, the highest grossing opening for a horror film in history, which, I mean, that's incredible. Anyway, David F. Sandberg is an incredible director. Annabelle Creation, as I mentioned, Lights Out, brilliant. And also for filmmakers, he has a YouTube channel called Pony Smasher, which is very interesting. He talks about how he does what he does behind the scenes in a lot of his short films. Anyway, the Amityville horror is notorious for being a true life case, I'm putting in quotation marks, because who knows. But in terms of the film's previous adaptations, I've never really been that fussed with the Amityville horror. The original in the 70s, the remake with Ryan Reynolds, yeah. The various sequels, which can be sort of, I think the second one was kind of decent. I've watched one called like The Dollhouse, which is terrible. So it's a franchise that is now getting, I mean, in the modern day, anyone can do an Amityville film, and there's been tons like Amityville Karen, Amityville in Space. Ridiculous. But this does have the potential to be pretty interesting, pretty scary, hopefully. I've got a lot of faith in David F. Sandberg, and I do want to watch Until Dawn to make up my own mind. But are you a fan of the Amityville horror, the original hauntings, the film adaptations? Are you excited to see what this guy can do with that series? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like what I do on the Ministry of Horror, check out the podcast, check out the Patreon, socials, and all that stuff. Like, follow, and subscribe, and share.